We've literally been taught a historical impossibility. A world-changing discovery actually happened a half millennium earlier than we thought. So, who really discovered North America? Well, the true answer is going to completely rewrite history.
Because the very first arrival of Europeans happened a staggering 500 years earlier than we're taught.
Yet, you guessed it, Christopher Columbus was absolutely not the first European to arrive.
The real story actually kicks off around 1000 AD with a Viking explorer named Leif Erikson. Son of the infamous Eric the Red, Leif grew up among fearless sailors navigating Earth's roughest seas.
And they sailed totally blind into the unknown. No maps, no compasses, just freezing, storm-filled waters.
Heading west from Greenland, these guys navigated an icy, barren coast before pushing further south.
They hit Markland, likely modern Labrador. This was a massive win for wood-starved Greenlanders desperate for timber.
But they kept pushing south, finally hitting a breathtaking, mild promised land they called Vinland. Vinland offered unbelievable riches, right? Endless forests, abundant fish, and wild grapes literally growing everywhere.
They didn't just visit either. They rapidly built houses, repaired ships, and created the first European settlement. But then, the Vikings quickly realized a pretty terrifying truth. They were not alone. They encountered indigenous people they called Skraelings, and initial peaceful trade quickly collapsed into deadly misunderstandings.
See, the Vikings were skilled warriors, but hopelessly outnumbered and isolated thousands of kilometers from home.
So harsh winters and constant, overwhelming danger ultimately forced them into a complete retreat back home.
For centuries, historians actually dismissed these ancient accounts as nothing more than mythical Icelandic sagas. But then, in 1960, absolutely everything changed forever. Archaeologists in Newfoundland unearthed undeniable proof: Norse-style houses, iron nails, and authentic Viking tools perfectly preserved.
Scientific dating confirmed it was exactly 1000 AD. Those ancient Viking sagas were real history all along.
Which raises a massive question for us in this explainer. Why on earth does Columbus get the credit?
Honestly, it comes down to legacy. Erikson's isolated settlement faded, while Columbus sparked a permanent global connection.
Yet, centuries before the Age of Discovery officially began, Viking ships had already conquered the Atlantic. This perfectly solidifies Leif Erikson's rightful place as the very first known European to reach North America. Which really makes you wonder, what other ancient myths are actually buried history, just waiting to be found?